with an FBI investigation bringing a massive NCAA recruiting scandal to light. Many have questioned what can be done in college basketball and in college athletics in general to do a better job in illegal actions from colleges. I'm joined here at the lounge by Mason Stalph, Jimmy Longo, and Megan Podgorski to discuss one of the options commonly brought up in a discussion that has been over-talked about, I feel like. Should athletes be paid?
You go first, Jimmy.
As being a former athlete, it is a lot of work, and it is a job. And playing a sport, there are other things that you cannot do on campus, which stinks. But realistically, can athletes be paid? Absolutely not.
It's just not sustainable. You have to think about in 2014, there were only 20 universities in the country that were profitable at the Division I level. And they were marginally, or some more than others, but not enough to pay all of the football team, all of the baseball team, all of the basketball team, and then continue that through all of the non-revenue sports, the tennis, the swimming, diving, all that stuff. And you can't just pay some groups of athletes because all of the athletes put in the same amount of time and give up the same things as those revenue generating sports. It's about being fair. This isn't just about that team makes more money than that team. You can't do that.
And going off of your point, Megan, I also think, yes, only 20 Division I schools made revenue. That doesn't account for all the other FBS, all the FCS, and then we get into Division II and Division III, which can't even give out scholarships at the D3 level.
Because they don't have the funding.
Yet they still practice at a level that a lot of people are arguing would warrant payment. So it's absolutely unfeasible to pay athletes. But I think that brings up the question, in a perfect world, should they be? And I honestly still believe it's no.
And as much as you say, yes, athletes should be paid, but how are you going to pay everyone the same amount? Are you going to pay the star quarterback more, or are you going to pay the walk-on the same amount?
I think the best way to go about this is remembering that these students, most of these students are on scholarship or on some sort of financial stipend with the school to pay for books and fees and all that stuff. So in a perfect world, I think the best way to be would be pay for your tuition, your books, your expenses that come along with being a student at that school, right? But then in addition have a stipend of, let's say, the work study equivalent.
Well, they kind of have that. It's the cost of attendance stipend. Also, Leah Lambert, thank you for not doing cost of attendance stipends at Elon. But I really think that these cost of attendance stipends, which is the difference between what a school decides is the total cost of attendance at the university and what they get through tuition, room and board, et cetera. When the schools are rising this, like Alabama, I think they get anywhere between $10,000 and $13,000 on top of their already significant scholarship, full ride to the university, room and board, tuition, that they can then put into a fund for their families or use for other college-related experiences.
Something you all have said, no, student athletes shouldn't be paid, and I think that this is such a big discussion. You were talking about textbooks; they should pay for these things. Okay, but the school's getting royalties off of some of these players' jersey sales. Should they get paid for the royalties?
No.
I don't think so.
I still don't think so. And as a college athlete, many get the opportunity to have a scholarship, and that's fantastic. And with that scholarship, you have to say to yourself, I am furthering my education. I am getting a good education, because every college in the United States is a fantastic education. And you have to go about that and saying, my football or my basketball or any sport is paying for that. And
you're getting that. If you take Elon, for example, you're getting that, let's say, $50,000 a year. Instead of taking loans to attend this institution, you are paying forward to the university, and they are paying you in tuition.
My one comment that I do believe needs to be changed is I have no problem if a college student can have a YouTube account or have essentially a part-time job on the side and still succeed in the classroom and on the field.
Agreed.
I don't understand why that's a problem.
Thanks, guys, for sitting down and talking about this. While the entire sports world continues this ongoing discussion, Thomas and I will return to talk about our favorite bromances in sports. We'll be right back.